There's a lot of quick knee-jerk reactions in this world today. I think there's a lot of people that are quick to retaliate, to return hate for hate, darkness for darkness, just anger all the time. I feel like if we just slow down a little bit, kind of think about the bigger picture of things, give each other, again, a little room to make mistakes, a little room to find our way. We need a little bit of time to figure things out in a world that is rapidly evolving, constantly changing, and quite frankly, not easy. Again, spirits going through a human experience. We're not from here. We don't stay here. This place is hard enough to probably figure out years ago. It's a damn mess now. So you need to give each other a little bit of room, and don't be quick to harden your heart. I feel that is one of the most dangerous things that happens. Within us, there's the opportunity for light, life, and love. There's also the opportunity to become dark and dismayed and with anger and just full of animosity. There are always those two paths, right? We can kind of choose. And I fear that if we choose to harden our hearts with hate and anger, that at some point it's a very difficult road to come back from. So the best way to handle that is to not go down that road. And yeah, it's not easy. Life is very difficult. People make it more difficult. But we need to remember that we're all going through this experience together, and we got to give each other a little bit of space, a little bit of grace, put a smile on your face and try to show each other a little bit of love, a little compassion, a little understanding. You see somebody going through the struggles of life, be like, damn, I've been there too. I know what that's like. Maybe try to help each other out a little bit. When somebody's angry and in your face about something, instead of just screaming back, just take a minute and be like, what's really going on here? What are these people really mad about? Maybe even ask them, like, what's really going on? What's the underlying cause for all this? Because you'd find, I think many of the times, it's not the interaction of what's going on right now. It's something that's happened before. It's something that they've suppressed, something that they've repressed, something that they're holding back deep inside. Saw an elderly man today in a wheelchair of sorts, and this elderly woman, perhaps his wife or an old friend, was pushing him. And he seemed upset with the way she was doing the actions. And I kind of get the impression that maybe he wasn't so upset with her, but just upset with the situation. That his body is now, brought him in a weakened state as he was an elder man. Maybe he can't do all the things that he could once do. She's not the problem. She's trying to help. Maybe she was doing it a little too fast or went over the curb a little bit rough. But she's trying to help. And I think that we also get that pushback from people sometimes. People get really upset about things and we're actually just trying to help them. And they seem to take out that anger on us. It's like, hey, I'm just trying to help, man. I'm just trying to help find a way through this life for both of us, So if we can try to just keep in mind that we need to give each other that little bit of room. And to be careful not to let our hearts get hardened with darkness and hatred and anger, especially when there's so much going on in the world. There's so many people that are just constantly at each other's throats about things because we don't see things the same way, because we're not in the same team politically or religiously or spiritually or whatever it may be. Deep down inside, we're all the same. We may look a little different. We may talk a little different. We may believe a little differently. We may support different ideals. But we're all just spirits going through human experience. We're all just trying to find our way through. We can make this experience a more difficult one, or we can make it a better one. I'm going to choose to try to get up every day and make it a better one. And that means helping others. And that means looking out for everyone that I encounter. And that means sometimes putting yourself last, taking a step back to allow others to go forward, and to try to find an easy way to get through this, as easy as we can make it. It's a learning process, right? Let's make sure we continue to learn as we go and learn as we grow. Much love, y'all.